Welcome back to SpeedGaming Prime, here for Game 2 of this third place match in the ALTTPR Enemizer tournament between shadyforce and someone325. My name is Tyler Assault, joined by our tournament admin in the booth, Mukau. Mukau, hello.
What's up, Tyler Saul? How's it going today? Have you comped any races lately? I feel like I haven't heard your voice in about 15 minutes.
I know. I was on Mukau roped me back into this one. I got the day off today, so let's do some Enemizer comms.
All right, so we're waiting for them to ready up in their room to get going. Just kind of recap, Shady won game 1. Shady's path here beat Falcon Can 2-1 in a round of 64. Then beat my co-com Tyler Salt 2-1 for round of 32. Crackerita 2-1. Magnet Hands 2-1, but in the semifinals fell 1-2 to Sailor Nep. Someone325. They beat Calvin 2-0, Brewers Fan 2-0, Super Nintaylor 2-1, GFE 2-0, but then fell to Zen Arcane 0-2. And that is how they got here.
Shady has played the maximum amount of rando in this tournament.
Yeah, Shady has always somehow just gone to 2 games, 3 games every time. All right, they are ready to go. There'll be a little bit of delay.
Give us Hook. Oh, the Think Dorm sprite from Shady. I love to see it.
And the classic Mimic You for someone325. Shadyforce today is Metal Gear Solid. Fiery, our tracker, wonderful tracker. Could you just go ahead and let's listen to someone's MSU, which is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2. I've never heard it, so we're going to go with a different listen because I've heard Metal Gear Solid before.
And we should be underway very shortly here.
Yeah, the runners have been released. It just takes a little bit for the delay to catch up, and then we will have a sync going on at some point. There we go.
And away we go. Just a piece of heart off at the beginning. And both of our runners headed to Uncle right away.
Cheapskate Uncle, the bloopy.
Ooh.
And a cape.
Great item to have early on in an Enemizer seed.
And bottle at Sank Chest. I'm going to go ahead and get behind the scenes, get us synced up here.
That was Green Pendant Hera, Pendant Eastern Crystal Desert. So, just like in Game 1 of the finals, 2 pendants in the Light World. Just like in Game 1 of the finals, Green Pendant at Hera. Ooh, a fish. Love to see a fish right there in Enemizer. That's free bombs and money.
All right, and that syncs us up here, so we should be good to go.
Shady with the little double pump there. And now an insurmountable lead for someone. Nice to find that bottle early. Get to take care of Sick Kid on our first trip through Kakariko Village.
No bombs though, so
Yeah, but
and
we've
we
got
don't.
this fish.
Yeah, fish. Okay.
So in case you've missed it in Enemizer, well, at any time, but happens most often in Enemizer. You take a fish and you throw them at the bottle merchant. You get a bunch of stuff. It gives you one of each thing from the big variety packs. 8 bombs, a full magic refill, 20 rupees, 10 arrows, a whole bunch of stuff.
So let's see what we get in here. We get, of course,
3 bombs anyway. Yeah.
Piece of heart, red 20, and a piece of heart. They're going to get bloopies back here to bring them up for bottle merchant's money, and we'll see what's in this back chest, and that is flippers.
Ooh, hello. I'm glad that Blind stole something of use and not just garbage.
So now we skedaddle on over and jump into the well.
This Think Dorm sprite is incredible.
Its bunny sprite is awesome.
Oh, yeah?
It's just a regular smiley face Think Dorm.
Okay, very good.
A mushroom in the back.
Oh, good. A mushroom.
Expensive bombs off the bottle merchant. Let's see what fun awaits us in, well, just some thieves. So no real fun, no red guards pummeling our runners here. There's a moon pearl.
A orb.
Orb.
Always fun to hear the guard Kakariko music there. Sick kid with a piece of hearts. Yeah, rip the bunny sprite. We might see it with a bunny beam. But so far, we got the flippers and a mushroom here, which is not very much.
I mean, put Zora in logic, but we only have $1.47 on our money count, so we gotta get that up a little bit for Zora itself to be checkable.
Nice single arrow. And Shady gonna blind check race game here. And is gonna get rewarded with 300 bucks. It looks like someone's gonna go back and pick that up. I like this play with those flippers. But Shady
That's going to bring Shady to 450.
Yeah, Shady getting rewarded here for the blind check. We're gonna save and quit and head somewhere else, probably South Shore. Maybe we do this mushroom right away.
Someone did not get the 3 rupees in the race game, so therefore they are 3 rupees shy of Shady Force. That will be the determinant factor in this game. So I'm calling it right now. Shady Force wins for having more rupees.
All right, well, GG's. I guess I'll go home. I guess I'll leave. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Later, nerds.
We are doing our South Shore checks.
Shady not headed to the... We're not doing the mushroom right away here.
And much ado of nothing there. He's not even going to pick up that piece of heart, Shady. He's just going to head on. We'll see if someone picks it up or not.
I like the early Agina play. And, thought about it.
They both noped out on it. Now, without spoiling the earlier race, because if people want to go back on VOD and watch it, we don't want to do that. But I will give a little bit of a spoiler. Oh, Hammer and Agina.
Oh boy, that's going to be immediately useful here in Mini Moldrum Cave. Although someone did a pretty good job killing those shadows with bombs. That could be trouble right away for someone. There's a lamp in Mini Moldrum Cave.
I was gonna say, we have definitely seen Agina in the earlier seed, but Old Man never got rescued in the early seed.
That's true.
So we're gonna find Skull and Bones when we eventually make our way up to him.
Shady, get out the hammer. There we go. Nicely done. Ice Rod Cave for someone now. Hoping for 20 bucks. 3 bombs. Uh-oh.
Looks like the hammer did not take on the tracker for ShadyForce. But Shady does have the hammer. Someone did not do Agina. There it goes. So we're going to see what the old man under the bridge is doing. A hobo.
So many old men in this game.
I guess he's not too old under the bridge. He just had 10 arrows, so we just took his firewood away.
Oh no. All right, where's this 10 rupees going to come from? $13 on someone's side.
Shady's going over to Ice Rod Cave. Piece of Heart on the Hylia Island, so that is effectively dead. And now we're going to get some checks.
Shady's in trouble here. Oh, no.
Man.
All right. Well, no harm, no foul, unless he goes back. It was a little bit of a tricky situation there.
I think Dorm was thinking about it and just could not pull off the proper play.
And unfortunately, someone not getting bailed out by chests does not have Zora money. Just sees some arrows on the ledge and is going to have to bail. It was unfortunate.
Was the other arrow of destiny. So we found both of them. Now, he did get a green potion throwing it into the waterfall pool. So that's about the only positive that he got up there. And now we're going to continue to have divergence as Shady goes into the castle and someone is going to go check out Saha.
Nice vanilla map in Escape.
Someone's picking up a red 20. There's the money needs. And the boots.
The boots. French vanilla boots. No, Shady's got to be here on one heart.
Well, it's nice to have a hammer. The hitboxes can be finicky with hammer hits, so it's not always easy.
Yeah. It's always kind of off to the side of where you think it's going to be. All right, here's someone in Pendant Eastern.
just a map to start. Shady going with pot strats is probably the best thing with this Hinox there.
Nice little hybrid there. And we get bombs.
A full heart for someone for the first item of Eastern. Shady immediately uses one of those bombs to death warp, so he can
Two of them, actually. All right, and we've got the lamp here. No key yet, so Dark Cross could have the key, allowing us to get to Back for Escape without the glove. Provided
big key
we can
for
survive,
someone.
Of course. All right, boss is not in logic without the bow, but it is accessible.
Book.
Oh, that's actually really good for someone, because that's gonna push him towards Agina. Oh no! Shady takes the death right before Dark Cross. Do you go back? Yeah.
Lionel is playing with someone325 there in Eastern. So we're going to see how someone gets around us. But with that magic cape, makes things a little bit academic there.
Yeah. God bless the cape. This gotta be careful. That little slug does 4 hearts of damage on green mail. All right, someone is not gonna try to go to the boss of Eastern. It is again out of logic without the bow.
It's just dependent, and all 3 items were found in the dungeon. Shady found money, but forgot you have to have the key to go to the back. Therefore, is not going to be able to complete the back.
All right, this is good news for someone. That book pushing them over to the desert area. Gonna check, get that hammer, but perhaps after desert. What's here on the ledge? Just 20 bucks. Shady, gonna take a run at Zora now.
So eventually, someone's going to get their hammer going over to Agina, but it looks like they're going to do this desert dip first.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. You can just hop out the right-hand door. Yeah, are we gonna see a glove or a sword first? Is the question.
Red 20 for the first item. Let's see if the dungeon's technically boots locked or not. It is. I mean, it was going to be boots locked anyway, but just as far as what we were going to be able to do, and we knew we had boots, but
kind of
y'all knew what I was saying.
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate key layout for the way that someone has to do this item or this dungeon. We'll see if the other item is over here with the big key. That would be the ideal situation.
Nope.
No, so we got to go check the big chest here before coming back here to check Agina. And this is, this is not nothing here. But someone's going to make it through with 1 bomb remaining. Just 20 bucks on Zora. So the mushroom, maybe. Nobody started the mushroom yet.
Question in chat, where were the boots? They were in Saha's closet.
Yeah, Shady is on his way to get those here momentarily. There's our vanilla glove. And that's Dark World access.
Okay, he's just doing that to go the shortcut way to Gina, which
Yeah.
we don't know what that boss is in Desert.
No,
Boss
it's got
could
its own
technically be
compass.
beatable. We don't know.
Oh, that is true. That's true. I mean, not by someone doesn't have a weapon yet.
They're about to get it.
About to get it, yeah. There's Dark World access for someone in the 19th minute. And we'll see how he approaches this. So, Shady behind by an escape, give or take.
Of course, with Desert just being a normal blue crystal, there's really, and having both items, there's no incentive to beat it right now. You can pretty much check your Dark World access.
Yeah.
Check what your map is going to show you, and you might be able to just loop that in with Meyer easily enough down the road.
Someone taking a save and quit to get some bombs before heading into the Dark World. Seems like that mushroom is going to stay unchecked for a while. All right, Pendant Swamp, red crystals at Pod and Skull Woods. So possibly a mirrorless seed here. I'm sure that Pendant Swamp does not make Shady feel very good when he sees that. Shady's file name was Give Us Hook. Not much of note here in Hype Cave.
Just a bloomerang.
Meh.
That's it. I would give it a 1 out of 10.
Not even the good boomerang.
I don't care which boomerang I have. I use either one. I stay out of that argument.
I am a well-known red boomerang partisan, so...
Someone's going to give us the dig game here.
Yeah, the best... Fiery is correct. The best boomerang is the hook shot. That's true. I don't know what's the only good boomerang, but it's definitely the best boomerang. Nice dig game with all these red rupees. Alright, Shady gonna do bonk rocks here first, before going to desert. Just a shield there on dig game.
And he picked it up.
Shady perhaps going to check Lumberjack here. Nope. Going to turn into Mushroom. Interesting.
Someone's going to do the bonk rocks and
maybe
turn this in the back of Escape.
Yeah, someone will do back of Escape here first instead of the Mushroom. Ooh, spicy.
That's
Not
spicy.
progression at the moment, but easily could be required either to get into any of our 3 myths dungeons. Nothing in the back of Escape. Shady kind of, amazingly Shady getting punished by the early Agina play, even though he got the hammer, now having to make a second trip over here to the desert area.
Rando going to Rando.
Yeah, while someone is already headed into the village of outcasts.
Do you do a
Have a
ped
nice-
check here? Nah,
No.
he's not going to.
No.
I'm just trying to get some excitement for chat.
That's true. Someone is going to have to make another trip to desert to beat the boss. Shady could beat the boss right here. We don't know what it is. Do you go to the back here?
Hey, there's the ped check.
Oh.
And it's dead.
Hedge. Do you go to the back here in desert if you're Shady? You can't beat Trinex. You can't beat
Argus.
You can't beat Cold Stare. No sword to use Bombos.
I think when he finds his second item,
yeah,
he's going to just
bail.
nope out. And knowing what we know now that Meyer is a crystal, you're going to be able to route that in ideally when you get your flute and your mirror.
Well, we might not get the mirror, right? Mirror might not be required. Swamp is a pendant. So I don't know that we can count on getting it necessarily.
Well, at least when you get your flute, you could go back and do it.
Yeah.
We're getting some checks here from someone in the village of outcasts.
So, kind of all of a sudden, Shady is at a pretty significant deficit here. The Light World just much kinder to someone in terms of ordering. Shady was thinking about going to the back and bails.
Someone gonna take the dip into Thieves Town, and I already see a crystal roller, so this should be a fun dungeon.
They're just rollers. Crystal Roller Room is called that because there's a crystal and a roller in it. Huh. Nice pokey dodge there. Oop, boop. There we go. Boomerang, very nice to have in Enemizer. Whoa, that was close. Yikes.
I think that's only 2 items there, if I counted correctly.
And we'll see how someone approaches the back here.
I mean, you just check it. Worst that happens, you save and quit.
Yeah.
And he's already, you know.
And it's a Trinex, so we're out of here.
Ice Rod Hunt.
Yep, so we are going to need an Ice Rod here before we get to GT. Which, if you're going to see a Trinex, you want to see it before we get to GT. So it's not a rude surprise.
Someone want to head to the middle of Skull Woods and do that check first, and then work their way back to the front. The anti-fairy always has a way of getting itself up into the middle here.
Yeah, and if it gets up there, it has a very hard time getting out. Nice cape usage there. Oh boy, there we go. All right, just 10 arrows out of here. Well done there by someone.
Pick up their key and get a Wall Master ride back and then head on to the front. Shady Force looks like they're going to be, I'm assuming, do the Dark World from the CAC portal. So 1 item found in Skull Woods. We got 1 item left in this dungeon.
Nice Boots bomb jump there. Boots bomb jump, attorney at law.
And there's your second item.
Yeah. Someone trying desperately to death warp here.
So Shady Force retracing some steps of someone here.
Yeah, so we'll see if Shady goes into back at Thieves Town with the hammer here. Probably not.
Bottle on bumper ledge, and someone is just going to go ahead and nope out of that one and
Yeah,
move
we
along.
don't. We've already got one.
One's enough for these caliber of runners.
And someone taking this ride all the way over to Catfish from here.
Comment in chat that there's been a lot of people burned by just not doing the back at Thieves Town tournament. I can't disagree. I have seen that quite a bit in races I've called where not doing the back at Thieves Town has proved to be a very bad decision. And you know that there are 2 items left. Shady will find out, obviously. And there's Hookshot.
Oh boy! I guess we're probably headed up the mountain here soon.
But we know Shady's going to find out sooner or later it's a Trinex, but, you know, you could assume the 2 items are still sitting in the back, so it's not a terrible play if you go in to the back.
Yeah, so we'll see how Shady approaches this. And we're out.
Could you guys give us some in-depth discussion about this wonderful check that's coming up on someone325's side?
I mean, like, if you're doing it like this, you've got the boots, like, it's fine to do it here. It's the best time, and of course it's a bow! Stupid pyramid ledge. So I guess we're going to pod now. Should have been an Aga seed. But still no swords.
You could always believe in pod to have the goods. So someone makes their way into pod. This is game 2 of the third place or the consolation, whichever you would like to call it. Shadyforce, of course, you see with the Triforce lit up, has won game 1. If someone wins this game, they have not scheduled a game 3. So they would have to discuss that one out. We get a key in the front of pod here.
Shady checking pinball chests because he has not been to the middle of Skullwoods yet.
We did have game 1 of the championship final between Zen Arcane and Sailor Nep. That took place earlier today on SpeedGaming, this channel.
This very channel.
It's going to be the same VOD, in fact. So we never cut stream between the races. So if you missed that, go back into the VOD. You'll be able to check that out. Game 2 of that series is tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And if it were to be needed, Game 3 of the championship would be Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
This anti-fairy here in the mummy room of Skullwoods is a huge pain in the ass. Nicely done there. I probably can't say that. You can do that while you have the cape in. Oh boy. Shady saves and quits. And is going to dodge that hook shot and that bow. Everything coming up someone so far.
Still have not found any items in pod. We're basically looking at, well, there's our first item. That's the only item in the front. So it's going to pretty much be the party in the back pod.
Shady not even checking Lumberjack here.
And someone was trying to get the crystal switch manipulated and then trapped the anti-fairy, so had to redo it to get the anti-fairy out.
With the big key, someone gonna hammer Yump here first.
Running out of time here.
On it there. Nicely done.
Got it. There's our map.
Ooh, there's our ice rod in Spec Rock Cave. So Shady gonna get that, but it's not what you were hoping for. Not sure what Shady's doing here. Oh, Spike Cave. This is Spike Cave. I like this play. Oh, they're the mitts and pod.
Compass is on the boss.
Everything's still coming up someone here. Oh no, that bumper. I hate this room so much.
So someone's going to be checking the boss here in pod, hoping that it's beatable. We won't know. Shady Force picking up just 3 bombs in Spike Cave.
Oh, this is really unfortunate for Shady. Heading over here to the pod area without the bow from Pyramid Ledge. No need to mimic clip, it's Enemizer, so you can just kill the dudes and it'll be fine.
Lionel says hi on the way to the boss room, and the boss we have is Landmo.
Alright, can do this. At Clear Mouse. Bow Landmo. Oh, not really. Someone missing a couple bow shots and switching over to the hammer. Trying to use this up hammer hitbox because of those spikes and having some success. Here goes down 1. Shady really needs to walk out of pod here. I guess run out of pod. But not being able to single dip this is gonna hurt. It's just at this point, it's just like unfortunate circumstance compounding on unfortunate circumstance for Shady.
While someone gets their first crystal at 39.35, that is the first crystal of the race. Shady is going to get his mitts in here, and then it's just going to make you wonder how much further back does Catfish go.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, Pyramid Ledge is one thing. You know, you could run over there, but does he run up to Pyramid Ledge and does he run to Catfish? We don't know.
I mean, if you go to Pyramid Ledge, you go to Catfish. It's not like you're not going to do one of those.
We get a King's Tomb check here from someone. Just bombs.
And then this is probably the mountain for someone, I would think. Maybe we'll get an Aga Ledge check. What do we still need? We still need Fire Rod and Cane and Flute. And maybe medallions.
We technically don't need mirror as far as we know, but it would be a nice luxury item.
Yeah, I'm very rarely going to say no to a mirror. All right, here's our Aga check. What do we have up here?
Looks like a green rupee.
Or it could be $1, yeah. Just some money. A little couch cash.
So Aga and Ped are both dead in this seed.
You know, it's early to say this, but I'm not sure where Shady's outs are. Like, he's got to go to 2 pretty awful locations in Pyramid Ledge and Catfish, and now he's got a double dip pod.
And those mitts, again, I just have the sneaky fear that it's just going to push him further away from doing those checks.
I mean, I certainly, you know, even if I was thinking about running out of pod from here and doing Pyramid Ledge and Catfish, which I probably wouldn't be, I definitely would be less inclined to do that after pulling these mitts. I feel like at that point, my plan changes significantly.
Someone's going to go ahead and pick up his ice rod here. And then going to exit the cave. And we'll try to bomb jump across.
Shoutouts to Nils Nalik. No. That's true. Shady. That's true. There's a lot of stuff that Shady's got the mitts. Like all that really opens up for him at the moment is Smith Chain and King's Tomb, right? No hook shot or mirror to get over to Dark Death Mountain, and no sword to get into Ice Palace, and no
hook shots on Catfish to answer chat.
Yeah, and no flute to go to Misery Mire. So he might be bottlenecked over there to that hook shot before too long. There's also is there still an item in Eastern Palace?
Quake and blue armor and lower paradox.
Is there still an item on Armos Knights or on the
no.
Eastern boss?
Eastern is cleared out. Eastern's cleared. There's our sword.
There's our sword.
Another bottle.
Yeah, and this is unfortunately mirrorless Smiths maybe for Shady. Which just feels so bad. Oh no, back at Thieves Town first. Okay. I don't mind this.
So I'm going to head over to Ether Tablets and the Tower of Hera. Which Tower of Hera is a green pendant, but still. Might be a quick dungeon to do and get the green pendant. Couch Cash on Ether Tablet.
Yeah, we've got the hook shot. We can beat every boss except for Cold Stare and Trinex, and Trinex can't be here. There's our flute. Okay, maybe this is just why we need to be here. That's one of the things we need for Go Mode. So we are 3 items from Go Mode. We need Cane, we need Fire Rod, and we need another sword.
So Big Key is in the basement. Of course, we are going to just go ahead and Hera pot here to get up into the middle section and check that chest. There's another item, just bombs in Thieves Town. So there's 1 item left in Thieves Town. And there's the other item in Tower of Hera. So
no Big Key necessary.
Just a matter of can you beat the boss? And if you do, you get your green pendant, you get another item, and you can check that quickly once you activate your flute.
And it is a Helma King. This is a tricky fight. That is the hook shot, not what you want. I strongly disagree with using the hammer here. In this fight, I think you have to use bombs. You don't have to, but like the hammer, the hammer hitbox is weird. It's difficult with the hole over there. That hole can render Helma invulnerable in certain ways. Although someone's doing a pretty good job here. Nicely done.
And the item in Thieves Town's on Trinex.
That's too bad. That's a pretty good fight by someone.
So a map is in the big chest in Tower of Hera for those keeping count. Big Key we know is in the basement.
Shady with no sword can't hammer dash. Has to do this the slow way like a plebe.
Did Shady actually do the Smith turn-in?
Not yet. He's doing hammer pegs first.
Okay.
Which is, I think, correct without the mirror. because mirror could be there. Because otherwise you got to save and quit when you pick up the smith, so you do hammer pegs first.
So that's pretty much going to wrap up Light Death Mountain for someone at this point. So now we're just going to head on down and enter the Dark World portal and do all of those checks.
Yeah, we'll see what the TR medallion is. Can't do anything in there yet without the cane. All right, this is a big moment for Shady. Once here on mirrorless smith chain. Ooh, that's a little spicy. That's a spicy meatball right there. Could need that.
So that's knowledge of all of our medallions collectively. So we're not going to have any trouble entering these dungeons.
Well,
unless, yeah.
Someone might.
Enemy caused a little bit of trouble there for someone. Just blocks the $50.
Yeah, nothing up here on Dark Death Mountain. Go take a peek at what the... We're not going to take a peek at what the TR medallion is. Just going to go straight over to Spike Cave. Interesting.
I mean, I would have taken that peek. That's free knowledge, just so you can be prepped for it.
Yeah, that's big if that ends up being Ether to get into TR.
Lunchbox turn-in is just a red 20. So our in-logic checks at this point, collectively...
Shady's headed to, Shady gonna get that bow now, and hopefully, for his sake, he knows that there's no item on the Boston pod, so he's not gonna turn right around and go do that. So hopefully he will continue on to Catfish, get that hook shot, and get back on track. But yeah, what do we have left for us here today?
So logically wise, this is combined holistic view of the two runners because I'm using my Dunka tracker. We're about, I would imagine this is going to be Myers Shed check coming up for someone and a medallion scout. We also have the ability to collectively, again, get into ice, even though someone can't.
Where was that Bombos medallion?
Bombos was mushroom turn-in, so someone needs to turn in that mushroom, and ice is going to open up.
Someone's got the flute now, so that makes that a little bit more attractive. Here's the bow on ledge for Shadyforce, and he is going to continue on to Catfish here. Makes sense.
Yeah. We also have the green pendant turn-in pending for someone.
That's true too. Yeah.
So someone gets that mushroom turned in. Maybe they'll do some of these quests. I mean, again, I have everything marked off, so someone might do some stuff that, you know, that Shady's already done. But just in general, for the new stuff that we know that matters, someone's got to do a little fetch quest running.
This is good for Shady. Shady's already done the front of escape, and there was nothing in here. So this is going to be a little bit time back for Shady as he's about to pick up his hook shot.
Much needed for Shady to have something kind of go his way as he, I don't want to say last located per se, but definitely got funneled.
I mean, just about.
Might have been, yeah.
I think it was honestly last locate this bow and this hook shot.
Someone prepping a death warp there with a few easy red guard hits.
Nice
Blue armor.
Demos.
Someone's got the blue armor on, so went ahead and took some more hits from the Gibdos to kind of drain the health a little bit more. Waterfall Cave has been checked.
Yeah, they had flippers pretty early. Someone hasn't been up to Zora yet. Did not have money when he went up there. Shady has checked it. There is our third medallion for Shady. And we'll finally get a sword here.
That fairy just messed everything up for Shady.
Yep, that was the fairy.
And he was hesitating when that fairy was out, so I don't know if he was thinking, do I want the fairy, or did he think, oh, maybe if I catch the fairy, it'll... Oh, he got across
won't
there.
Mess up the bomb, the bomb trajectory, yeah.
Either way, he still got through, so all was good there. See what someone's up to. This has got to be some fetch quest time, and it looks like we're going to start off with the mushroom here, which is going to get the bombos and thus give him ice access. You just check the green pendant now and then head to ice, or are you just going to go straight to ice?
I'm going to go straight to ice. But someone's not. He's gonna check the green pendant. I guess you do this. You might get the cane here.
I mean, you went through the effort of fighting the Helma.
Yeah.
You might as well just pay it off and at least see what it is, and then you know, hey, you're going to ice.
Someone's tracker has ether marked as the requirement for Misery Mire, but I don't think that we've been there. Shady.
Someone went and checked Mire Shed.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it is ether. That's pretty big, actually. Let's talk about that. That ether medallion is on the Smiths. That is something that Shady really needed to see.
That is definitely a potential out for Shady. Just depends on what gets funneled. But at the same time, this is going to be the last thing we know about in the game that's new to us. You know, someone will have to retrace some steps, and I imagine Smith Chain, even though it's going to be a hard Smith Chain because you're going to do a lot of saving and quitting, unless he finds a mirror in here. You know, it's going to be interesting. All right, that was a bad pun in chat. I gotta call that one out.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Which Smith made that medallion? Could have been either one.
Ether one. It's like Meyer requiring ether, quake, or bombos.
Don't encourage chat, please.
That's a good badumps emote there, Phantom. I like that.
And all those shenanigans here, I did not see what was in that first chest. I think that was a key in my... Yes, that was a key.
Yeah, it was a small key.
Okay. All these gosh darn puns. Now, the Ice Palace bomb jump is coming up. However, we have seen shenanigans doing this.
It's fine.
Floating
though,
enemy in the
because
middle. We've had a wall master appear, but
all
someone
set.
gets to it fine.
Whoop! This little moonwalking Igor here. Shady activating his flute. Presumably headed to ice afterwards. So has made up quite a bit of time. Or at least it's closer maybe than we anticipated, given the fact that someone went through and did Hyrule Castle.
And Shady's skipping out on tower too, which we know is nothing. All right, first item in ice is a red 20. Second item is the fire rod.
All right, we are cane and sword for go mode here.
That rule of fire comes back into play.
And Shady's gonna dip into mire here.
Could you imagine if this were a vanilla or French vanilla cane?
I sure can. Believe in Juice Town.
Half magic is the third item in Ice Palace, so that's a nice quality of life item there.
And nice that we get to skip the big chest and iced tea.
Someone skips those chests knowing that they are nothing. Shady Force, I'm sure, will make sure to count the items in Ice Palace today when he goes in there.
Shots fired. Ooh, this is a
Dicey fight.
dicey fight here. You got only fighter sword. You do have the bow.
You do have half magic cage,
we're-
so that can
Yeah,
help.
but we've only got fighter sword, so you'd have to do spins in order to do that, which is not easy and
But the
very
half magic-
slow.
Yeah, but the half magic does help. But the good thing is someone used all the weapons at disposal,
Yeah,
easily
good fight.
gets through the fight. So nice job there.
All right, what's someone up to next?
Well, the only thing that is, and there, oh my goodness, French vanilla cane.
Oh boy! Juice Town! Juice Town's got the juice.
So when does someone do Smith chain?
Might be right here, honestly. Probably come over.
Although they
here.
have fire rods, but that's not gonna. Fire rod would beat Skull Woods potentially, but that would also open up the pyramid.
That's true.
So
we
that
can
might
beat
be
the-
someone's
and
play.
We can also beat the Trinex in Thieves Town, though.
And there's a blind in Mire.
That's not my favorite place to see a blind. Now, will someone do the back here? Probably not. Setting himself up for the disgusting triple dip of Thieves Town. Yeah, there's a lot that someone can do before doing Mirrorless Smith Chain, which again has the ether medallion that is required to get into Mire, which is where the cane is. There's nothing in desert. We've already gotten both items out of there.
And the item on Trinex is... Well, we gotta wait. That form didn't die. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so the item on Trinex is... We get a map. We're still looking at our second item there. And it's just a piece of heart. Still looking for our second item, I do believe, in Mire.
Yeah, we have not. We're still looking for the big key in here.
Which
right
unfortunately
it's
is...
got to be here in the map chest. I think we did get.
Oh, random value said we did get this 300 rupees. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Megabytes of storage space.
That is one of the best boss musics in that Neo Cicerga MSU, which unfortunately will never get approved, and we will never hear it on restreams of races.
Not on SpeedGaming, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, and someone is doing the back here, giving up a little bit more time back to Shady.
Sensible play for someone, but based on what you and I know.
If you're going to do it, you got to do it right now.
But in the comm booth with eyes on everything, we obviously know that this isn't the answer.
Well, sure, yeah, but from someone's perspective, like
perfect play.
You have to do
ideal.
it now. If you're not going to do it now, you are committing to hard last locationing, and triple dipping Thieves Town feels so bad. Oh, and instead we're going to save and quit out of here. We're going to bail on the last item. Interesting. Oh, that last item was in the attic? I thought there was a...
Yeah, it was in the attic.
That's right. Yeah, okay. Oh, and we'll see what happens here.
Shadyforce using Samaria strats here on blind gets blind down to the lower end, which is going to be better because the last thing Shady needs is to have a prolonged fight, low health, and forget to put on the cape and pick up the item.
Yeah, we don't...
We've been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Shady's had an interesting tournament.
He just slowly inches up there to grab it,
too.
Shady did catch a fairy, yes, but that's what happened the last time, and the crystal never dropped. Well, Shady's races have definitely been some of the most fun ones. He's from
oh god, that's Shady's first crystal. That can't feel good.
The Buck 6 crystal? Wow. You're right.
Oh, here's another blind. This is a sneaky hard fight, too.
At least with cape and half magic, that is definitely helpful. Someone's just going to wait for the drop to the bottom. Shady is entering ice, so Fire Rod is in Shady's future. Someone gets through the blind fight here. No item at all because both items were found, but it's going to open up Pyramid Fairy, which is another couple of checks for someone as we wait to see how long it takes for them to get to Smith Chain, to turn in Smith for Ether, to be able to get into Mire.
which is where, again, we had a French vanilla cane of Samaria, so... So for the first 45 minutes of the seed or so, someone had a commanding lead, I think it's fair to say, or at least a big advantage, and it has just slowly chipped away here. But it looks like someone is making the play here. I'm not sure what else this would be.
There's nothing else that you go here for other than you're going to do mirrorless Smith chain, which...
Yeah, so this is, I would say, extremely bad for Shady at this point. I think Shady really needed someone to just, like, hard last location this Ether Medallion.
Unless he just does this and skips the Smith.
That would be...
But I doubt that.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody doing that. That's, like... If your only condition is if somebody does something truly ridiculous, then sure, why not? But yeah, that's not happening.
I've learned not to rule anything out. So, but he is going to go down here and grab the Smith. So,
yeah, we're both in sword mode here at this point.
Collective sword mode.
Yeah.
The technicality for someone needing the cane is going to resolve itself as starting with this turn in.
Shady miscounting items in Ice Palace again, and going to Ice Tea.
Or is this the... I'm just going to be absolutely sure.
That's the big key. Oh, did he not hit the switch? He didn't hit the switch. Okay. So he needs the big key. All right, here is Pyramid Fairy for someone.
And these are collectively amongst the two the last two end logic checks we have. So something has got to show up. Actually, no, we got TR. Well, we didn't know the medallion, so I wasn't able to click one. I'll just click a random medallion in there. You know, because no one bothers to check medallions for us.
Someone is still in control of this race. Especially because he's going to Meyer right now. Shady still is down 3 crystals that someone doesn't, or that someone has. Still needs to beat Pod and Skull and Thieves. And the cane for someone is going to be right here. I think there's just too much for Shady to make up here.
I mean, really, the only thing someone could have done different was do the Pyramid Fairy and then do the Smith Chain. But either way, pretty much someone had just gotten funneled into it.
Yeah.
So
there's not much left.
Shady had got as much time back as he was going to get out of that situation.
I mean, like, you know, nothing is over, right? This could, you know, being in sword mode, you know, we could be getting like a mirror in GT or something to go look for a sword. You know, or it could be like a forced fighter sword ice Trinex or something. You know, there's still, being without that sword, like there's still plenty that could go wrong here. But you'd certainly rather be in someone's shoes.
Someone gets that Kana Samaria.
And of course, this mire not really go modable with the big key in the map chest.
So Shady's going to get pod here. That's going to be crystal number 3 before someone is able to get crystal number 5. Now, depending on when someone wants to knock Desert out of the way. I mean, right now we don't have a mirror. It's looking like you're just got, you know, you're going in Desert the long way. There's nothing in Desert. Both items are there. You just, at some point, you got to suck it up and do it. So I figure Desert's going to be coming next for someone.
No, don't do it this way. You're wasting a key. Now you got to do the big chest. Or go the slow way. Or slower, I guess.
But yeah, you have to do Desert here because that's giving you crystal number 6. And then you go into TR and it's just, you know, certainly a sword shows up in TR, right?
Certainly.
But Shady, you know, double dipped pod. It was just his routing choices. Someone was able to hit the right decisions and open everything up. Shady just couldn't get enough time out of that Smith turn in for Ether.
Yep.
But stranger things have happened.
Yeah,
and I've seen them in this tournament. So
until we find another sword and the GT big key, like there's still a lot that can go wrong.
So while we're pretty much all doing cleaning up over each other here, just a reminder, give these runners a follow. They've gotten all the way to the semifinals before falling. They agreed to do a 3rd place game for our entertainment. They did not have to. So please give them a follow. Also, give myself, give Tyler, give our tracker Fiery a follow. Be appreciative. And then for what it's worth, even though the tournament is winding down, there is the information for the Enemizer tournament with the Discord. There is the schedule. If Game 3, which is looking likely, but again, nothing's guaranteed at this point, but if Game 3 were to be needed as someone gets their 5th crystal, they will need to schedule that. We do not have it on the schedule yet, so they'll have to talk that out. We'll find out when that would be when we get to that point. The only other thing on the schedule is we have Game 2 of the Championship Series between Sailor and Nep and Tyler Salt. I just put you in the final. Zen Arcane.
How did I do commentary for Game 1 if I was playing? That seems like a conflict of interest.
Zen Arcane and Sailor Nep are in the Championship Series. Our Game 2 is tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and if their Game 3 is needed, it is Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will bring the tournament to a close. So, more dungeon cleanup going on here. We're not going to get anything new or interesting until someone makes his way to TR. You've already checked this, someone. This is where your glove was.
Well, getting arrows, maybe?
Yeah, that had to be it. That's the only reason he would have gone over there.
That's heads up.
So we're a sword away from go mode. Ideally, you would find 2 more swords just because it's so much easier when you have tempered compared to master sword, especially if you're facing a master sword silverless Ganon, which, you know, these runners are more than capable of doing it, but who wants to do that?
Like master sword silverless Ganon, nothing. Ice Trinex still looming.
Yes.
Like, we can talk about Master Sword Silverless Ganon once we have the GT Big Key. Like, we are not out of the woods yet. Shadyforce still very much in the woods. About to fight another blind here.
So again, Aga Ledge and Ped both have money, and Green Pendant was, I think, a piece of heart, nothing of merit. So if you're just tuning in and hoping for those kind of shenanigans, those are not going to be happening this seed.
All right, here's our second Trinex of the seed. Of course, it is Chaos Boss Shuffle, so seeing this second Trinex does not preclude the appearance of a third one in GT. So Shady is now behind 1 Desert Palace clear. So this is maybe closer, 1 back of Desert Palace.
But it's going to be a complete full desert because no mirror.
Well, yeah.
Got to go in the long way. And that is number 6 on the crystal board for someone. And now we will make our way to TR, where we have 5 checks. And maybe we find a sword. Maybe not. If we get a mirror along the way, we might pick up a 6th check there in the Mimic Cave.
I will say this is closer than I anticipated now that our runners have kind of evened up a little bit. You know, Shady still needs something to go wrong here. But yeah, like an Ice Trinex, an ill-timed Wall Master. There's lots that can happen in this mode. You know, even just a sword hunt. You know, if it gets down to that, and someone is really late to one, and Shady's really early to one.
And GT routing, it could be something as simple as that too, combined with something else.
Like that's not going to make as much of a difference, I think. Or that wouldn't make enough of a difference in this case to matter.
Yeah, it'd have to be combined with something else, but you know, every little bit would help.
Yeah.
Bombos, for the record, is the TR entry medallion. Not that we didn't have the ability to enter to begin with, but nobody checked it until now.
Great fight by Shady.
Someone's gonna head left first. Go down to grab that chest. Just a map. So we're going to the fire rod side.
Yeah, without the mirror, this is the order that you want to do this in. Yeah, don't count Shady Force out. Slowly picking up ground.
Shady Force, who was basically as late as he could be to the hook shot in his seed after completely noping out on it last seed, is making his way over across the hook shot bridge here. Get up into TR while someone is making their way toward the back of TR.
Two minutes and 22 seconds is the difference, according to Fire Tracker.
So map, 2 small keys, and a big key were in the front. But because you're in a sword go mode, you're not skipping lava chest here.
Yeah,
You'd
no,
be a madman to do
check
so.
You gotta check
You'd
it.
have to have an 8 ball that I would want to borrow and go to Vegas with if you skip lava chest.
Imagine sitting down at like a blackjack table with a magic 8 ball.
And that was a key for a key. So worthless lava chest, of course.
If this holds, Shady will have played the absolute maximum amount of rando in this rando tournament. Every single one of Shady's prior series has gone to 3 games. So if someone can hold on here, then Shady will certainly have gotten his money's worth out of the Enemizer tournament this year.
Another key. No items have been found yet.
It's a 3%er, that means.
Yeah. I have gotten 3%ed before. In the mentor tournament.
Oof.
Last summer. Yeah. I still won the race. But there's our first item, piece of heart. Gilgamesh was coaching me in that race, and he hadn't seen a 3%er in quite some time either when that happened to me. So we have 4 items left. And a compass. Let's see what Laser Bridge gets us. Oh, got red armor. Well, that's nice, but that's not what we're needing. And it's going to be on the boss, which someone's not even going to check because...
Oh, you did get to see the Think Darm. Oh, wow. Shady is skipping lava chest. Is Shady going to get 3%ed here?
Well, it was key for a key, so skipping lava chest isn't bad.
No, we're good. We're good.
Now, if he goes over here and skips big chest, which he's not going to.
He's not going to, yeah.
So there's a Helmasaur for the boss and TR. The boss is down. He's going to collect the 7th crystal. You know what time it is, chat. There's a lot of numbers going on, Tyler, just for posterity, if you'd like to explain that.
And there are 22 checks in the basement of Ganon's Tower. One of them's got the big key. If someone finds it on the check number of what you put in, you're gonna win some imaginary internet points.
So my default number is
left. Yeah.
My default number is always 9. Don't know why.
I'm also a 9 guy.
Usually I go Hope Room and then I go left. So 9 is always what would be the Fire Snake Room.
I'm a Rando Rusher, so I want it in Rando Room.
$128.29 on the entry. And we're going to do in, just so I can say I ended it. And compass and 50 rupees for the first 2 checks. And with no mirror at this point, when they find a big key, that's... Oh, there's silvers.
Silvers are nice.
That'll definitely help things out.
That helps a lot.
But no mirror means when they find a big key, depending on where they're at and what's going on, it's going to be a fun way to death warp. Check number 4 for someone is a small key. Check number 5 is the big key. So check number 5.
Now this is a difficult decision here. I guess it's not. You need a sword. So it's not like you're going to climb without one.
Yeah. Fishing Boo, guessed 5.
Wow. Winning 2 GT Big Key guessing games in one day. Fishing Boo.
Cheating Boo. It's Cheating Boo now. Change your name to Cheating Boo.
You won a whopping 1,178.
There's the sword.
All right, easy game.
Now we're in go mode at 129.54.
Come on, Shady, Rando Rush. We don't need no stinking mirror. We got mirror at home.
So Shady entered GT at 130.39. He's going the least left to start. So he is actually
Shady
2
could
minutes and 10
DM and
seconds.
dodge this sword. Oh no, no mirror. You're not gonna DM. So Shady is gonna make up a little bit of time here.
But that's a 2 minute and 10 second gap. And oops.
Oh no, Shady. No.
Going the wrong way.
Oh, this is unfortunate. You hate to see it.
If he'd have just gone south.
Oh wow, he's climbing.
Oh
wow. Wow.
He is climbing without being in go mode.
This is a move.
Oh, he's going back down.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he just realized he didn't have his second sword.
All right. Well, this is bad anyway.
Yeah, he had his sword right there, and he would have been in good shape and just needed something to happen.
Maybe there's one in Compass Room too.
Meanwhile, someone is Taking a little time to get through the gauntlet just because he had guards there, but it's not really having any issues at all. Just taking his time. We have a Trinex at level 2.
All right.
So that is our third Trinex of the seed.
Our third hammer Trinex of the seed.
There's a burner for Shady in Compass Room.
Now what? This is looking like game 3 in this series. The rarely seen left, like, quasi dark magician. This is the Blaine route, I think. This trip into Ganon's Tower is brought to you by the letter E. E. There you go. Mirror here, sword in Bob's chest. No, key.
Well, we're going to get to see the ice boss, at least. Which is blind.
Not an easy fight, but we got Blue Cane to cheese it. Yeah, third blind and 3 Trinices.
Yeah. 2 Helmasaur, 1 Lambo, 1 Vitreous, and we still got one more boss to go. So it cannot be Trinex.
Give me a Moldor.
It cannot be blind.
I want Octodorm.
Heart, there's a shovel, magic powder. Shovel for Shady Force, magic powder for someone.
Shady's gonna get that sword in map chest and just feel omega bad.
And it's a cold stare.
Here we go.
So again, to repeat, Trinex 3, Blind 3, Helmasaur 2, Landmo, Vitreous, Cold Stare.
So only one Light World boss.
Shady Force is in go mode at 135.41.
Shady pulling that sword is Tyler Salt's saltiest moment of the race.
Now, to be clear, him getting that sword did not mean he could have guaranteed won the race. He still would have been trailing, but the fact he was right there,
yeah,
he was right there,
and decided to walk out instead. Yeah, that's tough.
But again, Shady cannot do a series in 2 games.
Yeah, just not. It's just throwing for maximum Medallion. Want to play more of the video game.
Shady's results again: 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 1-2, and we're gonna have a game 3 in this one. As someone is bonking their head, trying to get their Mimikyu CTE, waiting to go to Ganon. So it went from 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the Enter GT to almost a full 6 minutes between hitting their go modes.
Brutal.
So we will ask them if they have any thoughts on a game 3, or if they need a little time to talk with their families and see when their free time is and everything. But we are going to get a game 3 in this series unless someone has lightning strike their console or something right now, because they're good enough. They're
this
going to be able to do
is
this.
just a fight. You know, this isn't any like crazy Enemizer nonsense or anything.
This is something that they know. You got the cape.
And Master Sword Ganon is tedious more than anything else. And although I will say that Master Sword Silver's Ganon is like a little tricky. The timing is difficult with the I think with the spins to, because when you're spinning in phase 4, you're always used to doing silverless spins, you know, and like getting the timing to get a blue Ganon is difficult. Shady having some trouble here in this Trinex fight.
I've been reminded I've already cursed a runner on Ganon in this tournament, but I don't think that's going to happen twice.
Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness.
One. Only got the one.
Yeah.
And there's 2, there's 3. And there is 4. So get your GGs in chat for someone325 who has won game 2 and will force a game number 3 in this third place consolation series. Someone crosses the bridge and gets an official time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 33 seconds. And we will...
Shady's gonna finish this one out, looks like.
Yes, and we will have the runners come in as soon as they are able to. I'll make sure they got their invites here. Couldn't be any other way for a SpeedGaming series, and there is someone325 in the booth with us. GG's someone on forcing a game 3.
Hey, GG's.
So, did you know this was going to be happening, given SpeedGaming has not been able to do a series in 2 games yet?
No, I didn't get that memo, so...
Yeah, Shady will have played the absolute maximum possible amount of rando in this tournament.
Nice.
Going to 3 games in every series. This was certainly a seed. Had to do a bunch of Enemizer with not many swords. What were your general feelings about this nonsense?
I thought it was a better seed than yesterday, definitely. I think the logic was way better, but yeah, we just didn't have swords.
The play that I think won you this race was weirdly doing Skull Woods starting with the middle, because when Shady dipped Skull Woods, he started in the front, and so saved and quit out of the middle of Skull Woods, and so didn't have the opportunity to go over to Catfish for the hook shot and Pyramid Ledge for the bow. And that, I think, just put Shady too far behind to catch up. Although it got pretty close. You guys entered GT about 2 minutes apart, a little more than 2 minutes apart. But then your GT routing worked out a little bit better than Shady's.
Oh yeah, because I got the sword right after checking.
Yeah, and unfortunately he did a little Dark Magician sort of thing without the mirror, and so did the right side and an ice line before coming back and getting that sword and map chest.
Okay, then. Yeah, about the Skullwoods thing, if you You can do the front first, but if the first chest isn't a key, then there's a chance you can get soft lock if you drop down. So I usually just do the back first, or the middle.
But with no mirror in the sea, just a little thing to point out, this is one of the rare times where collectively we have seen every check made in Ganon's tower. You almost never see that in a race at all.
Rando room.
You didn't see tower.
We didn't see random room? No, okay. Well, never
No
mind.
rando room, no fire snake room, and no tile room.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
We
they
saw
could
a
have
lot
had
of
the
it,
other
though.
two swords.
Yeah, so we don't know where those are. Probably swamp.
I mean, we found a shovel in the native big key room. We had the magic powder. Those are
Those
two
on the
more
way
checks
up.
that opened up. Yeah. Those could be swords.
How happy were you to see those silvers?
Oh yeah. That was a good location for them. Yeah, I figure that tempered or silvers had to be in Ganon's tower somewhere. I hope.
Yeah.
Shadyforce on the restream, now getting into phase 4 and gets the first silver shot off, has got the second and third silver shot off, and swings, gets the fourth one off. Get your GG's in chat for Shadyforce. Shadyforce will finish this race in 1:45:01. And again, we have a game 3 incoming, and hopefully we can get Shadyforce into the booth here.
Yeah, that was definitely a cleaner again fight than what I did. But
Yeah, you had a little bit of struggle there on phase 4. Wait and see if we can get Shady in here.
And there is Shady. I'll go ahead and bring him in. GG's Shady, and it would not be a Shady series if you didn't have to get us into a game 3, would it?
You know it. All this content I'm creating for you. I hope you appreciate it.
We sure do. GG's. I gotta
Yeah,
talk to you
GG.
about your GT route.
Look, I panicked, okay? I don't have a mirror. There's a nice try next. I don't know what to do, okay? I panicked, right?
That's very reasonable.
I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? In hindsight, I think I should just do hope and full left, even with the ice boss, and leave random room for later. But having, see, at first I got really excited because I pick up the big key early, and I'm like, okay, well, I know how to get out of here without a mirror, so I'm leaving, and I'm like, oh wait, I need a sword.
Oh no.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll go back there. Well, I might as well go to Hope Room. I haven't got a Hope Room. And once I'm in Hope Room, I might as well go to right side. And once I'm in right side, well, you know, I might as well just keep going, right? Because Random Room's so far
It's not
away
like
on
you
the
have
other
mirror.
side.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So, yeah, and that's just really unfortunate. Like, I take it I was well behind. Like, that didn't cost me, right? I must have been well behind.
No. What you were looking at is you were about 2 minutes and 10 seconds behind going into GT. Unfortunately, after Stalfos room, someone did go south and get that Master Sword where you did all your checks. The big thing, you went into Skull Woods. You did front to middle, and then you saved and quit, where someone did middle to front and then parlayed that and going over to Catfish area to get the hook shot, which opened up a lot right away.
I was never going to do that. Never in a million years. Not unless I have a mirror and I'm doing graveyard ledge or something like that. Nah, no way. I felt miles behind. Like, I don't know how someone writes regarding pyramid catfish, but I do not prioritize pyramid catfish. So when the fire rod turned up there, or not,
There was a bow and
The bow and
when-
the hook
when-
shot, yeah.
when the bow and the hook shot turned up there, I knew I was like miles behind.
Yeah,
I
I feel
felt
very
ter- I
similar
felt
with
awful,
you,
yeah.
Matt.
yeah, I figured we didn't have many items to like beat dungeons, so might as well do that area while I'm there.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Like, you got to do something, right? But I just ended
Right.
up doing all the other terrible things, like Spy Cave and the 2 items in the back of Thieves and Mirrorless Smith Chain, and I'm like, I felt like it was likely that unless he also did this last, that I was miles behind. So I kind of felt like I was lost for the whole race.
That
Um,
mirrorless Smith chain actually ended up being a huge potential out for you, because someone was pretty late to that, and that ended up being that required ether medallion, which led you to the French vanilla cane in Misery Mire. But unfortunately, it was just not quite enough to get you back in. Your light world routing unfortunately ended up being a bit less efficient than someone's as well. That early Agena play like feels good because you get the hammer, but then you have to go all the way back there to go get the glove out of desert after being in Eastern.
yeah, I just
It's
felt like I
Miles'
did nothing
thing.
right this seed. It's just the way it goes.
Rando gonna rando.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the glove thinking like, hey, this is Mountain Axis, maybe there's something there, and then I just find the hammer. Oh, Dark World, I guess.
You know, that's where you started building up your lead there, someone. But GG's a fun race to watch. Always fun to watch people do Enemizer with no swords. Always a good time, and looking forward to game 3 when you guys are able to get it scheduled.
Any thoughts on, when that potentially could be happening?
Well, I'm away for 4 weeks, so maybe we can get it done just after that.
No.
Probably sometime at the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll look for the you guys to decide that, and we'll get it up on the schedule for everyone to see.
But GG's to someone, and thanks to GG's to both of you, but to someone for winning and forcing a game 3, something that Shady's very familiar with in this tournament. And Mukau, thank you for peer pressuring me into doing a doubleheader here today.
Not a problem. Runners, do you have anything else that you would like to add about today's race that we haven't already hit on?
I asked for hookshot at the start, and maybe it was a mistake. Maybe I can only win on hookshot seeds.
Also, thanks for letting us play in the 3rd place runoff. Been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's such a fun mode. It's cool to get the extra games, really. Like, to go the whole length, even if we don't make it to the final, we're getting all the games in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you definitely are getting all the games in, Shady.
It's very good.
Getting my money's worth.
Absolutely. Shout outs to Fiery for tracking for us as well, and thanks to Chat for being Chat. We always appreciate you. Mukau, a pleasure.
Not a problem. And again, I've put all the links to everybody, including runners, ourselves, the comms, our tracker Fiery. So please be sure to go ahead and give us a follow if you have not already. Some information on the Enemizer tournament, including the Discord. It is winding down, so the schedule is probably going to be the big one that you are going to want there. Again, what we do know coming up in the tournament tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be Game 2 of the Championship Series with Sailor Net versus Zen Arcane. If you missed Game 1, it's this very VOD. We never cut between races, so just go to the start of this VOD and you can watch Game 1 there, and then you can see if we have Game 2 force a Game 3 or not. And if that Game 3 is needed in the Championship Series, it will be Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So we have at least 2 more races overall in the tournament, potentially 3. Keep your eyes peeled on the schedule. Until then, on behalf of Tyler Salt and our tracker Fiery, this is Mookow1980. Thank you so much for being here for a long day of Rando today. You all have yourselves a wonderful evening. Peace.
Later, nerds.